Greetings people of the world, hi hello, I'm back with another video today. So that's it, that was my introduction. Right. Right, I've got a few things to go over here. One of these things I'm going to be speaking about today is the, I don't know if anybody's ever heard of this before. I've just found it, like when I was researching, you see that? Researching something else. I've actually come to learn about this, the Corryvreckan Whirlpool. Press play on this video. Look at this, right? Okay, get the sound up. Woo! Play it again. It just loops it over and over. So, okay, well, I didn't know about this myself. It's a whirlpool. It's like a natural wonder that's just off the coast of Scarborough and some other place up in Scotland. And it's actually one of the third most powerful, strongest, biggest natural whirlpools in the world. And I mean, it's quite a unique feature. And so we just scrolled to what someone said about this here. And if you understand it, at that time, they would have revered things like this and maybe worshipped them. And it was it made a lot of sounds as well. It would hiss and make loads of sounds, and I think people at that time would have like worshipped it. Basically, they thought it was something to do with the mother goddess, because that's what they called it at the time. It's got connections to the mother goddess anyway, and so it made a lot of noise. Let's just read this, right? This is what this guy said. It says the Corryvreckan Whirlpool is a unique unique location, and is the largest whirlpool in Europe and the third largest in the world. It's obvious that a terrifying natural feature like this would have been held in great esteem by the local tribes of the 6th century, who still worshipped the sea gods and water spirits. And the whirlpool to this day roars and breathes dragon fashion, sending the swirling serpent currents throughout the oceans and rivers of the world. The surviving myths and legends of the Corryvreckan also confirm primary pagan goddess associations with the site. Interesting. Okay, now let's go look at the Govan stones, right? Let's look at the Govan stones. Actually, no, let's go back to... See if I'm all over the place, man. Just bear with me. Okay. So, apparently, right, I was looking up something else. I don't know if... You know, big up to the Clan Arthur clan, who are like trying to piece pieces together, and they come up with some theories on specific things. I mean, if you go to their website, it's got some interesting things. You go up here to the author of the Round Table. It talks about King Arthur, because apparently there's a theories and ideas and legends and myths and perhaps even truth to the fact that King Arthur could have come from Scotland and he wasn't an English king. But if I'm not going to go over all of that right now. But if you go up to if you can read up on this, it's it's clanauthor.org. Anyway, so if we just skip down to the bottom here, I don't know if you can read it on the screen, but it's returning once more to finish the story where we began. It is difficult not to notice the other essential treasure to be found in Govan Old Parish Church, the Sunstone. Far from representing the sun, it must be obvious by now that pre-Christian spiral boss and swirling fan of 4 serpents on this forbidding stone slab can only represent the Corryvreckan and the dragon herself. Perhaps all the Celtic crosses, Govans in particular, the spiral bosses and the ancient cup ring and ring markings found throughout the west of Scotland can all be seen to represent the whirlpool, the dragon, the goddess and the remnant of Scotland's ancient religion. Yeah, basically, what's going on here is, you know, some of the people from Clan MacArthur, they've 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 um they've just discovered that the Sunstone, that's the Govan Stones website, which holds the Govan Stones, which holds the Sunstone. So Clan MacArthur is saying basically that the Govan Sunstone is not, because it's not anything other than the Whirlpool, the Corryvreckan Whirlpool, which is this local, interesting, fascinating feature, which is always there. And if you look at the video of it, and so basically, see the Sunstone from Govan, what they thought originally was that whoever made the Sunstone made it incorrectly, and I think that's an actual dishonour to the people that made it, you know, because they didn't make it incorrectly or make it out of proportion, or the craftsman who made it didn't make any mistakes, because that's how it actually looks, and it's out of proportion, and the arms look like that on purpose, because it's representing the actual arms of the Corryvreckan Whirlpool. And so there's a lot of ideas. If you speak to people about the Govan Sunstone, they'll tell you that it doesn't look like it's been carved properly, and that is a it's not giving the original creators the respect that they deserve, you know, by saying something like that. Oh, look at this, it's out of shape, so it's not been carved properly. No, it's like that on purpose. Freaking matters, man. It's like mirroring the actual design of the Whirlpool. Now, if you go back to the video, right? Just look at the video a couple of times. I'll put it in full screen. Just look at the shape it makes, right? It's right at 8 minutes. It's right here. I don't know if you can see it properly. Yeah, it looks like a swastika. It looks like and you know, the swastika is an ancient sun symbol before somebody stole it, then tried to kill all the Jews with it. But anyway, it was an ancient sun symbol. It's got nothing to do with the Nazis. I don't know why. But it's not even that, right? It's just a normal spiral shape. You can actually see the form of the spiral inside the you can see it forming here, the Corryvreckan Whirlpool. And this was taken in quite a windy day, and they've driven a boat directly over it. I think on a calm day, right? On a calm day, the spiral is there, and you can see the arms clearly on a calm day. And see if you just leave the... Now, I was thinking about how the ancient peoples of Scotland would have seen this thing. I mean, see when you're low to the water, it's hard to see it. If you're on a small boat, it's hard to see this thing. But there you go, there's somebody on a rib boat, and somebody's standing up taking a video, and so they're only like a bit off from the water, but they're able to get enough height so they can see the features going on. But I think if you, back in the ancient times when the ancients had when the Scotland people had big high boats off the water, you know, big ships, they would have had a better advantage of this thing. And I think they would have drew it down properly as well. They would have been able to see it clearly because the ships were high off the water, and this were on rafts. And so basically, yeah, I think you can see these rocks up here. There's rocks. I think in a calm day, people who are standing up on that rock can look down and see that the spiral boss parting as well. But there's an image I've took of it. I don't know if you can see this in the camera. It's not really picking it up properly. I don't know if you can zoom in. Let me try and zoom in. Ah, here we go. Right. That thing's in the way. So, I've drew it out there, but you can clearly see, right? See when you loop the video, you can see the arms are forming, and they are there. There's one going here, right? So there's a central like circle here. They've got an arm going around there. Can you see it? I've drew it here. That arm there. See it? It's going around there. It's coming around there. You've got another arm here. that one, and you can clearly see it. I don't know how much you can see it in the video, but if you go look at the still in the video, go and look at the video on YouTube, and if you're interested in your own history, let's ignore it. Let's ignore our own history. No. Is anybody interested in their own history, man? Wake up. There's another line there. Can you see that arm? Going from here up to here. And you've got this other, it looks like a spiral galaxy, doesn't it? Well, anyway, if you look at the sunstone, look at the sunstone. Where's my finger? Look at the sunstone. It's exactly the same. And you can see the central piece as well, and we can look up some other images of it. You've got this, there's another image, right, and it shows you the central piece, and there's always like a spherical yeah, so anyway, look that up, right? And I think it's actually official now. I think it's official. The Govan Sunstone is depicting the Corryvreckan Whirlpool, which is a really revered local feature. And they would have looked at that and gone like, what the is that? What is that? That's such a natural wonder. They would have been like in awe of it. They didn't understand what it was, and so they would have worshipped it. And they drew its image on these slabs of stone because they revered it that much, and they've used these stones in ceremonies and even put that specific spiral boss shape on these stones because they revered it and they held it in high esteem. And there was a lot of pagan, well, there's a lot of goddess worship associations, and so if you think about round about that time when you could see that thing, and it didn't also it was visually striking, it was noisy. See this whirlpool? You can hear it 10 miles away. You can hear this whirlpool. It makes like hissing sounds, and it sounds like a dragon and all that, and you can hear it 10 miles away. So it's not only like a visual thing, you can also hear it. And so the whole thing would have made the ancient peoples kind of look at this thing as if it was some kind of like special place, you know, and they would have and they did, and it's all there. If you look at the stones in Govan, they did, and I mean, to see what I thought, I seen this Govan Sunstone a while ago, and I thought, because I'm studying the polar configuration and the ancient configuration of the planets, what I originally thought it was the polar configuration, right? Because it looks kind of like it. And around about that time, I don't know if it was around about that time, it was very early, you know. This is like one of the most ancient medieval Christian burial sites in the UK and Europe. Govan Parish Church, you know. And it's, if you know about the story of Govan and how it formed, I mean, see the Dumbarton Rock up in Dumbarton. After the Vikings invaded the rock, so the seat of the royalty of Dumbarton moved to Govan. They all moved down to Govan, and they moved all their stuff. And so I think that the Govan Sunstone was originally in Dumbarton Castle. And when the Vikings raided that castle and took over it, and they moved their kingdom down, started the kingdom of Strathclyde down at Govan, and they moved all the relics down there, and they moved all the royalty went to move down there. That they would have moved the Sunstone with them and took it with them though. So you should have them some fun thumbnails, man. So, what was it else I was going to say about the Govan Sunstone? Sure. Aye, so originally I thought it was the polar configuration, you know, because I've been studying it, and if you look at a lot of ancient depictions of like things like this, you've got to like connect them sometimes with what was going on in the sky, because there was a lot of things like this going on in the sky, right? So what I thought it was, I mean, you could see look, there's what's making it blood. There's a central circle, and then there's a circle around it, right? I thought that was Venus and Mars with Venus creating discharges in light, which the polar configuration was doing at that, not at that time. I think this was later, right? But on closer inspection, and when I was visiting this, when I was looking up, there's actually something about King Arthur, because see this here, that's apparently it's Constantine, but this guy's saying it could be King Arthur. And see this guy here, he's on the Govan Sunstone. If I can go back, here, there he is there. So this is a web page for the Govan Sunstone, and you can see this guy. Apparently it's Constantine. He's like a warrior. He's like a king as well. You've got all this interweaving stuff around him as well. So whoever it was, right, is related to, I mean, this is in Govan Parish Church where this Govan Sunstone is. And so this stone here would have been taken from the Barton when the Vikings, they probably took that as well and brought that to Govan as well. If you're interested, go to that website and have a look to see what it is. Apparently, yeah, the Arthurian lake is Loch Lomond. It's just a theory. Interesting. I've not got anything ready here, man. Oh my god. So let's just go through some images right now that I've got. We'll come back to that. Don't worry. We'll come back to it. Right, have you seen Back to the Future? Look at this, what I've just found. Man, where's the other video, man? Let me open up the... Oh, freaking wow, man. Oh, man. Oh, there it is, though. Right. Right, remember this thing I've made where I put 3 rings together and fucking, it's formed a Star of David in the centre? Look at that. There's like... I'm still working on it. It's like an amazing thing. And I've also seen this Star of David in my mind as well. Like a sign and a symbol and a vision. And I've not spoken about that much, but I think I should. Anyway, God, there's so much, man. Anyway, so, I mean, that's pretty striking, isn't it? Can you see how those 3 rings are meeting in the centre and it's forming the Star of David there? Right, well, I'd done that, when I was just creating something and it's just formed that, right? Well, let's look at this. Look at this, by the way, right? So, do you know this scene from Back to the Future? There's Marty McFly. Remember this scene in Back to the Future where it's the second one, isn't it? It's the second one, and he's going to get a new outfit because he's wearing like Nike trainers and he's in like the 1800s. And so Doc took him to the Brave store to get him an outfit so he could blend in, but it was all pink. He had a cool pink shirt on. He was blending in, so he was. So on his shirt, right? I've just noticed this. I just watched these the other day. On his shirt, look what's on his shirt. Look what's on his shirt. I don't know if anybody's noticed that, and I know what it is as well. It's like a wink and it's a nod to Atomic Kid, which is a film. There's a connection to Atomic Kid, right? And it's a film about, I've never seen it myself, it's a film about a young boy that survives a nuclear blast, right? And he gains like superpowers after it. And I've never seen the film. Maybe I should watch it. It's an old 1950s film, but apparently, right? See when the makers of Back to the Future decided to make the second Back to the Future. Originally, see how he needed to get back in time, and so he had to get some power for him to to get up to 88 miles per hour. Well, in the original draft of the film, they had an explosion in this scene here. a nuclear explosion, and that somehow powered the car, but they changed it to the train. And so they've put this in the film. If you look it up on Reddit as well, if you look up Marty McFly's outfit just on the internet, you'll see that there's a kind of a connection to the Atomic Kid. And because they were going to make the scene where he went back to the future in the train, they were going to make it from the nuclear blast. But anyway, it's an atomic symbol. It's quite interesting. It's an atomic symbol, right? But look at it. It's got a Star of David inside of it. And it made me look up other ones. Atomic symbol. I brought a new keyboard, man, and half my keys are not working. I can't believe it. Do you not know what I'm trying to say there? It's Google. Surely you know what I'm trying to type there. Come on. Right, look at these. Wow. I've only just noticed this, but see when you look at the atomic symbol, it's got the Star of David in it. There's a Star of David in the atomic symbol. Can you see that? Bush. Isn't that crazy? Right. So, only after researching about the Atomic Kid and all that, I will come back to that. They get loads of things to go over. Did I find out that it's an atomic symbol, and it's not like unique to this film, because it's in other films as well, and I should have these both together. Oh, there it is there. I've got it open. There it is. Okay. No, this film is called Valeris and the Thousand Planets. A City of 1,000 Planets. It's a really cool film. Really interesting. How he goes into another dimension and like just with his arm. And this kind of machine which phases him into another dimension. It's in the city. It's really interesting. Anyway, so see this symbol here. It's in this film as well. So, and it's an atomic symbol. So, I mean, I don't know why it's like that. It's like orbits of electrons. So you've got orbits of electrons, but it's in some kind of, see the angle that they're looking at it in. It's hard to even see what kind of angle that is. Anyway, it's forming, the atomic symbol makes the Star of David anyway, so I've seen that on films, and you see the United Human Federation. That was their symbol. That was their symbol, right? It's like a federation of planets or something, right? And basically, it's a Star of David. You see the hexagon, right? There's a hexagon inside of there, and there's a star in there as well. See that? Like a light. See that? I don't know if that's unconscious things coming through people who create things, because I'm telling you, it happened to me. Yeah, this symbol's come through me as well, man. I'm always making things. I'm like a full-time creative artist, man, and I've been like this for over 20 years. And see for the past few years, this form has come out in my work as well, and I'm starting to see it in movies. Look at that. It's not like they're different though, because they're two completely separate movies, but they're both kind of showing similar symbols, but I think they're totally separate. And this was in honor of the Atomic Kid. I mean, if you look that up, the whole story about that, about why they made Marty McFly, why they put the symbol on Marty McFly's cowboy outfit. Go and look it up, right? It's kind of interesting. I think that's completely separate. And then you've got these people who made this film, and they've decided to use the atomic symbol for the United Human Federation. United Human Federation. And then you've got other similar things that have come through me as well. Like, I mean, I don't make movies, but I mean, I've made a lot of art. And so, there it is there, you know? Look at that. And it's not like an atomic symbol, that's like a 3D thing. It's not like a two-dimensional. Oh, for fuck's sake, man, let's either drop that once more time. Drop that one more time. So the mouse keeps falling off the couch. Oh wow. Protein bars. Okay, right, you know, we're just gonna go through some of these images and then we're gonna see where we are, right? That is amazing, that, isn't it? Look how the atomic symbol forms a Star of David. Has anybody even noticed that before? I've only just. Let's continue on. These are random images I just knew. I'm just gonna go through them. Oh wow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Should we go past that one? It looks like there's a portal there. It doesn't it? Just go past it. It's too oh god. Oh shit. Oh man. We got a light here. Da da da. Da da da. Okay, what we're looking at here is a Japanese tobacco pipe. It's beautiful, well made. It's like gold. It's like I don't know if it's a kind of special kind of brass. It's like a golden tobacco pipe, right? I bought this because I was going to stop smoking tobacco and just smoke weed in my pipe. Yeah, because I smoke a lot of weed. I don't smoke as much as I used to, but I wanted like smoking a pipe instead of smoking tobacco, right? So I got this. I don't know where I got it from. Las Vegas, and it was built in Japan. But anyway, something happened after I bought it. I just thought I'd write this down. Something really strange happened when I bought that pipe. But basically, after I had bought everything, right? See that number there? That was how much was left in my bank when I bought this pipe. And it's right, look at this as well. Just remembered as well the other thing I was to show. Right, you might think this is I don't know how you can think this is insignificant. It's not. I really don't. If anybody's thinking, oh, so that's insignificant. It's not. Look at this, right? Look at this. Right? No, I put a lot of things. I don't put everything in gematria, but I put a lot of things in gematria. Wait, type in 5 3s. There's a loads of weird things come up, man. Right, 444 comes up. 444. You know, and 444. You know what that is? It's like Jesus. It's the same value as the word name, as the name Jesus. Okay, so that on itself is strange, and that pipe is strange as well, because do you know what? Do you know what I've got now, right? After that is you know what, I looked at these things, right? Let me look at this, right? Let me look at this, right? Let me show you this. I don't know if it's going to show up. Okay, right. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, this is going to be some video. Whoa, see that? I'm going to wrap something around here. Okay, it's all been glossed. See them? 3 beautiful twists. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life, man. It was just down there, in the forest, down there. And it as if it had been grown there for me. And I went past it and picked it. It's got things wrapped around it 9 times. 9 times. Look at it. Right, so what that is, right, hold on. That's just an ornament I've got. No, it's an ornament to just sit still. Hello. Okay, so not only, wait, let me just show you these things that I've got, right? Look at that one, right? Let's look at this as well. See that? You've seen this before. Look at that. Beautiful. And you know the story, if anybody's been watching my videos, you know the story with this thing. It got broke in 3 places. It got broke in 3 places and I had to like put it back together and there's got things inside of it now. Right? So I know I just showed you though. Alright. Like the pipe, the wand, and the staff. Right, no, these things I didn't even plan on getting them anyway. After I bought the pipe, right? After I bought the pipe, okay? Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's all one piece. After I bought the pipe, I just realised, after I clicked the pipe, I realised, right, that I've got a staff, a wand, and now I've got a Gandalf pipe. And all of these things, right, they've had like amazing, like come into my life like in strange ways and see when I looked up in Gematria the number that was in my bank after I bought the pipe. See, after I bought that pipe, that's it. I've got the Gandalf pipe, I've got the wand, and I've got the staff. See, after I bought that pipe, guess what was left in my bank, right? 5 3s. I looked that up and it was 444. But I'm just trying to explain, right, that these items have come into my life, right? Randomly, man, they've come into my life, man. And now I found myself, right? I've got a wand, I've got a staff, I've got a beautiful wand, I've got a beautiful staff, right? And I've got an amazing pipe. And when I bought that pipe, the numbers came up and the numbers, 5 3s come up. And if you type in 5 3s, it's fucking 444. Right, so just go back to where we were. Not that one. Where were we though? I've got a lot of things to go past. I get so many things. Right, just carry on where we were from though. We've gone past where we were, so we come back, right? Look at this, right? This is quite interesting. What the heck is that? Clear sky, right? Completely blue, clear sky, by the way. This is one day. Aye, the sky was completely clear apart from these clouds, right? But you've got this fucking weird, like, wispy thing. And, I mean, it could be like a chemtrail. That's a clear image I've got, right? It could be a chemtrail, but can you see how it's spinning? It's twisted here. It's twisted. So unless it's some kind of jet, like doing a weird turn and then leaving behind that contrail. Can you see how it's twisted though? You know what it actually looks like? It looks like a meteor trail. It's either a meteor trail, right? Or it's a jet that done a loop-de-loop. Loop-de-loop. Carried on and but then his trail somehow stopped there for some reason. Ain't kinda strange that. Okay, keep going. No, we come back to what we're talking about because I can't find the image where I was. Right, there's another shot of it. There's the bottom rock. See how it just sticks out? And if you look at it from the other side, it's kind of lined up to Ben Lomond. See how it just sticks out? So apparently it's like a 400,000-year-old volcanic plug. You see, this is like the core, the remnant of an ancient volcano. The inside of a volcano. So you see the volcano would have been all up here. All up here. And you see actually the bay though, some of it was covered entirely in the volcano. Big ancient volcano. And you see this site is a very important site for Scotland because the people use this site to protect a land, basically, to protect Scotland, basically. This site is very important because you can see the ships coming down the rivers as well, so it's a very strategic location. The people here were called the Sons of the Rock. Sons of the Rock. And it was like a stronghold, and this is one of the most longest held fortifications in I think it's UK or Europe. And so this unusual, peculiar geological feature, like, the locals used it to like protect the land from invaders for a long time, you know, thus keeping our heritage pure and a bloodline pure, because Scotland's not been overtaken by many peoples, you know. Even the English couldn't invade Scotland. Not many peoples have invaded Scotland, but you know, the one peoples who did was the Vikings. And that day when they sailed up the River Clyde and the Loch Long as well, it was a two-pronged attack. They sent 200 Viking ships up the River Clyde, and they sent another couple of hundred ships up the Loch Long, and they sieged the castle here. There's a castle up there, not much of it left, but they besieged the castle for 4 months, and eventually the people there, who were called the Altclut clan, they had no food or water, and so they had to kind of say, look, we get no food, we get no water, we need to get out of here. I mean, the Vikings were pretty barbaric, so I don't know what they were all about, man. They've came here and they've just kind of taken over the place. It didn't even belong to them, but the way I look at it is, if some of us that are left here, we're kind of, the Vikings, they were a really strong bloodline, and they came in and they kind of meshed with the Scottish people, like, boosh, to create what we have today, you know. Scotland, Scottish people, you know. But the Vikings, see how there's loads of talk today about like immigration and about like loads of peoples coming from different lands and kind of flooding the place. I think that's been going on for a long time, and I think I think that Scotland and our genes and we've been melded together from other like really healthy, good genes, and they came from the Vikings, you know. A lot, I think, maybe the red hair situation. A lot of the Vikings were red hair and had blue eyes. The Scottish people had red hair and blue eyes as well. And I think when the genealogy mixed, it's created a an interesting mix, you know. Anyway, go and look that up. We care about your history. Amazing place, amazing fortification as well. And this, I'm telling you, man, God raised this area. I think God raised that land, you know, so that we could protect our heritage and our bloodline and keep ourselves pure. We've been invaded by the Vikings, but I think they enriched our bloodline. I think the Vikings enriched Scotland, so they did. And so you've got certain peoples that come together and wow, they mix, you know. And I think if you're a Scot today, I think you could have some Viking blood in you. And I think it's all for a reason as well. It's the master plan. That's a nighttime shot of the Dumbarton Rock, the ancient volcano. Well, yeah, quite a cool place. See, behind it on the high street, there's a building that's got 1888 on it. Anyway, skip past that. That's Pythagoras. I don't know why that's in there. That's another image of the rock. You can see these huge boulders, man. Look at these big boulders. These are massive. They've named these ones. That one's got a name. It's like one of the biggest freestanding boulders in the UK. Huge. It's absolutely huge. See that boulder there? It's absolutely huge. You see the pieces of fell off it and all that over time. It's like eroded. It's like a natural, it's a geological site anyway. It's a very peculiar feature. And the locals took advantage of that, and it kind of kept Scotland, it helped defend Scotland for hundreds of years, so it did. I don't know why that's in there. That's in the park right across from it, so it is. Why is that in there? Okay, now let's take a... Oh man. Oh man. Did we get the video? The video. There it is. Turn this up a minute. Right, what's going on here? I was watching a YouTube video. See, I'm moving dead slow in the video because I couldn't move the controls properly because I was using a controller. Oh man, I can't actually. Anyway, does anybody know what's going on here? Do you know what this is? Do you need me to explain it? Oh, right, okay. Right. No. Right, no, this is. That's the reopening of the Notre Dame Cathedral. Hold on. I think I should open the Crysis to get that. Can I get a better? You get a better look at it from the. Hold on. You still don't know what's going on here, no? Does anybody know what's going on here? No? Do you not know what happened though? They're not psychic, can you tell them? Open that. Hold on. Let it show. Do you see it? Right, stop. Let me just skip that around. Okay. Yeah, pause this on a bit. A wee minute. Right. Right. This is weird, man. I'm going to try and explain this, what happened here. Right, so let me just open this up. So you see on, I don't know what day it was, I could look at the date, but randomly, right, I'm flying the flight simulator on the day, the grand opening, right, I'm in the flight simulator, right? I'm flying around, right? I've you know, I watch YouTube a lot. Right? I'm flying around in the flight simulator. Strange. And I go on YouTube and I click on a video, right? And wow, no, it's on. There's the live streaming, the reopening of Notre Dame. So I've actually decided to go to Notre Dame in the flight simulator. Right, hold on a minute here. Let me get into this. I'll show you what's happening. Let me start that. I think I first got the right time of day. My fan's spinning up though. Okay, right. I'll try and describe what's happened here. It's a bit wild. So, that video you just watched there of me inside of that Right, it's, oh my god. Okay, so I was in a Pelican. I've decided to, I'm in the flight simulator flying around. I've looked on YouTube. I've seen that the Notre Dame is live streaming the reopening of Notre Dame, right? And I'm thinking to myself, all right, I'm going to go to Notre Dame. So I went to Notre Dame in my jet. I was in an F-15, right? So I've went to, is it Paris? Where's Notre Dame? It's in Paris in France. So I've went to France in the Notre Dame because I was in Heathrow. I'm always flying around Heathrow, right? Or whatever, I feel like it. But I was in England flying around, so I've spawned over to France, and I've found the cathedral. There it is there. This is a flight simulator, and I was in an F-15 at the time, and so I've just decided to get something else out. I was like, wow, I want to change my aircraft. So I've changed the aircraft into a Pelican, which is, I've never actually flown it before. The Pelican is like a troop carrier. It's kind of like a spaceship. It's not, it is kind of like a troop carrier. And the Pelican is it's a troop carrier in the flight simulator. So I've spawned into a different aircraft while I was in Notre Dame Cathedral while the live stream was on, and I'll show you the other video I've got of it. And so I'm sitting in a Pelican outside. Let me get the video outside Notre Dame. And let me get the video open. And at the same time, if I can go to desktop, at the same time there's a live stream on. I need to open the video, right, so I can show you what's going on. Wow, we go back to that. That's, whoo! Oh my god. If you can bear with me here. Oh, there it is there. Okay, I found it. No. Right, here this better explains what's going on, right. Oh shit. Oh shit. I just clicked the wrong button, man. Right, can you see that over there? That's on the right hand side, you've got the YouTube, it's streaming, live streaming. The opening of the Notre Dame is just reopened after the fire. Right, so I've decided to go, I was already in the flight simulator, I've decided to spawn a fucking Pelican outside, oh my god, outside of the Notre Dame. Right, I've looked at the back of the vehicle, and look what I've seen in the back of the vehicle. And look where I am as well, I'm right outside of the front of the building. Yeah, look at this, look, this is mental. There's a live stream going on there. It was amazing, you know, all the world leaders were there. It was quite an cool event as well. We'll come back to that. Okay, now, I mean, it's pretty strange, right? I mean, so I have decided randomly to get into a Pelican and park right outside the Notre Dame Cathedral, right? Which is kind of really similar to the St. Finbarr's Cathedral. And if you look at the back of the cathedral, the back of the Pelican, like troop carrier that I'm sitting in outside the Notre Dame Cathedral, you've got this shape on the screen in the back of the fucking thing. There's a shape, right? No. So if you look at that in context, that symbol is at the back of the thing on the screen, and I'm sitting in front of I'm sitting in front of a church that looks really much like that. And it's St. Finbarr's Cathedral. It's kind of based off, I think all cathedrals are, well not all, a lot of them are kind of inspired by the Notre Dame, and if it's kind of similar. But anyway, where I was sitting right here in my Pelican, outside of a cathedral, in the flight simulator, and in the back of the fucking Pelican, there's a symbol like that. There's a symbol like that. No, they've got 8 there. But if you look at the other thing, you see the Chi-Rho there as well. There's a huge like 8-pointed star coming out of the volumetric shadows. Basically, if you can see the significance in that. No, if we go to something else, and this is something else I've just fucking found out. I don't know how I found this out, by the way. But see the Pelican? The Pelican is a symbol of Jesus. Pelican, right? Look at this. Because the Pelican apparently is a symbolic of like Jesus, because it pricks its breast, and then all of its when its chicks are really dying and hungry and they're half dead for some reason. This bird has been known to prick its chest with its beak, is spraying blood all over its young, and so they come back to life, and they come back to life like resurrected. So basically what I found out was the Pelican is the symbol of Jesus, is a symbol of Jesus. And I don't know how I'm just coming across these random things, man. Right? But they're kind of related. So yeah, if you look that up if you're interested in this. But the symbol is a pelican. The pelican is apparently a symbol of Jesus. Right? And so I found myself outside outside the Notre Dame in a pelican. I looked to the back of the model, and on one of the screens, can you see it here as well? Got it in this. On one of the screens is the same kind of shape of this. There's 3 rings though. See them? There's 3 rings. They've got orbits, and I'm sure if you looked at that in a specific way, that's a Chi-Rho, you know. Just to mention as well, by the way, that's a Chi-Rho. So see if you were to look at that at the right angle, it would make a Chi-Rho at the side, at the poles. Okay, so that's like a secret symbol going on now, and it's kind of similar to what was going on in the Cryogen at the time. And if you look at this, is really significant because see where the first Star of David come through at the poles, it was here, and do you know what it was? It was right in front of the cathedral, right in front of the St. Finbarr's Cathedral. And is that on 4K? Oh, it's better to be recording in 4K. It's going to take ages to edit it. Oh, by the way, one of the silver skulls, is glowing. Look at that. I don't know what is going on there, man. He started to glow. See that? So just leave him for a minute. Oh. There's trying to do something with a particle. I'm trying to get the particles to attach to the surface of the geometry there. That's what's going on. But anyway, just left it there. So we're going to go back to the images. I just want to show one thing here. These doors, by the way, I've not mentioned that these doors, I was searching for these doors, I've mentioned before, I was searching for these good texture for doors, and I've come across these ones, and they just caught my eye and attention. I just decided to use these ones above all the other textures that I found. But the name of the place where this is from is Mary Magdalene Orthodox Church in Russia. And they've got beautiful doors, but that's where this comes from. Anyway, and if you just put all this in context, right? So you see this machine, this is where the Star of David. Keep in mind, I seen the Star of David in my mind. I'm going to talk about that in detail at some point. I'm still coming to terms with it and still trying to fucking process it all, man. I seen this in my mind, and I went into the hexagon, and I seen an eye. Then the eye was glowing, it's brighter than the sun. I seen a light that was brighter than the sun, and it was an eye that was inside of a hexagon, and this thing was glowing in my mind while I was in the shower. Right, but not only have I seen that there, Anyway, something really amazing happened in the front of a cathedral, right? And there it is. There, you see it sitting there. This fucking machine with 3 rings. And see how it's sitting in front of this thing. See how it's sitting in front of the. This is weird, man. How can you explain all this? Look at this. Well, there's me in a pelican outside Notre Dame. Randomly, just random, man. And I look at the back. Look where I'm sitting as well. Have you seen the video for that? The other video, because they've got a huge spotlight. They've got a huge spotlight that's fucking beaming all over the place. And you should see where it is. It's right in front of the cathedral. There's a huge spotlight. I don't know if I can find it. I don't know if I can find it here. Yo, this is not tracking properly. That is because I get. Is there another video? Anyway. So it's that day, in front of the Notre Dame, they've got this huge spotlight, right? Huge spotlight, and it's firing off rays all over the place, like a spinning ball of light, and it's firing rays all over the place. If you look at it on YouTube, go and look on YouTube, the Notre Dame opening. You see they've got a big huge spotlight in front of the cathedral, and it's going, it's just firing off rays all over the place. But it kind of reminds me of this. And the fact that I don't know how I found out, I can't remember as well, where I found out that the pelican was a symbol of Jesus, but I've come across that information anyway, because this information just comes to me. These information about things that I need to know about are like relevant information, and it's just like, wow, how does all of that happen at once? It's just such a amazing, coincidental, synchronistic thing, you know, and it's like wild. So if we can go past that, we'll come back to that. I've lost my position there, haven't I? Yeah. There's a lot of symbols for Jesus, you know. Another symbol for Jesus is a rock. You know, he's got a lot of symbols, you know. Right, let's just go back to where we were. Okay, we continue. Right, it's pretty remarkable. Look at that one. I see you. Has anybody heard of the Caliac? The Caliac? Right, whoa. I'll just quickly go over this. Apparently, you know how in today's... Right. Basically, it's a creator goddess that the ancients used to hold in high esteem and respect, and held her, and basically revealed this. It's a Celtic female goddess that lived on an island in Caliac. Is it the island in Loch Lomond? But she's associated with a lot of things, you know. It's basically, I think, what the ancients called God. Okay? Now, there's an image of the Caliac and it's got one eye. Anyway, big up to the mother goddess, yeah? Why do they always call gods males these days, man? Wow. Why do they always call gods males these days? They could be female gods as well. Do you think? Big up the mother goddess, innit? Let's not forget about her mother. And her father. We get a father and a mother. You see that as you grow. You see the female, the female like goddess energy that's here. You see the male energies. Once you get past that, you start to see the female goddess energy. Anyway, it's everywhere. Big up the mother. There's a storm. There's a huge fucking storm that rolled through here, man, like a couple of months ago, and it completely wrecked loads of trees. Absolutely destroyed the place. There was a place down at Loch Lomond called the Tree, what is it? Anyway, it's like an obstacle course, and they had zip lines. Right, that's all been destroyed down at Loch Lomond. All the trees have been completely destroyed. So all the ropes and all the metallic rope and all the bits that they had in the trees, it's all completely destroyed. Anyway, there's some big, beautiful trees that kind of fell over during the storm. There's huge, massive trees, completely gone, and the whole place has been reshaped. And if you walk through some of the places here, that storm that came through here a couple of months ago, it completely wrecked a lot of things. If you walk over some of the places here, you still see big, huge trees are ripped out, and they're like ripped out and like fucking out the ground, and they brought out the concrete, ripped the concrete and bent the metal and all that, and there's just a lot of destruction from the storm. Okay, right, now here is oh, this is a weird one. You see my TV, right? See when you switch on these TVs, right? Anyway, right. It's fucking Stars of David all over the place. When I switch on this TV, right? Stars of David, see them? They all change shape and all change shades, right? It's kind of a 3D effect. It's a screensaver when you've not got any HDMI plugged in or whatever. And these fucking Stars of David come up all over the place. Anyway, that's something unrelated, but it's related. You can hardly see it there, but sometimes I switch it on and there's a Star of David fucking sitting right there. Coincidence? Or what? So, it's a lady of the Maid of the Loch. It's quite interesting. It's, you know, these Celtic knots. Celtic knots. It's an infinity knot because there's no start, there's no end, and it just keeps going on and on. You can see where that started and finished. It's beautiful, isn't it? You've got like, I don't know if they're griffins at the side. The griffins are dragons, but they've got this weaving thing going on. Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful. Infinity knots, man. Infinity knots, they're cool as. Woo! Look at that. That's been put away. That was my water bottle. Look at that. Is wow! It's completely changed the whole vibe of the whole bottle. Changed when I put that on it. I just scraped it, and the paint was coming off. The paint was coming off one day, and I've just done that with my fingernail, and I've just put a pattern into it. It just changed the whole feel of the thing after I'd done that. There's a picture of the sun in the fog. It's just quite an interesting picture because this thing is so far away, yet it appears in the sky. It's like a really big disc. Amazing. There's the sun. Okay, just finish going through these. Right, we've seen that. Well, that was like a crystal thing hanging from a tree. I mean, if you look inside that, you can see Ben Lomond. See it there? Yeah, the whole place is like a portal. We know that. It's no secret. You got the Ferrin legend. You see this guy here? That's the Govan Stones. The guy from the Govan Stones, right? There's a theory that it's King Arthur, but it's like a. Anyway, I was going to buy this book and read it. You see, it's just a theory. I mean, I think these things should be widely known. I think if people who are interested in a lost history should, if they came across this kind of information, I think they should be interested in it. I did. That regarding the Arthurian lake. Right, go back. And the Govan stones, because apparently, see when the Vikings invaded Dumbarton and they took the rock. Well, you know who was in that rock? That was all the royalty of Scotland. Others are the kings of Scotland and all that was in that rock. That's like the most prestigious location, the most prestigious, one of the most prestigious protective defensive sites in the whole of Scotland. So it is, and everybody was there. And they had a castle on top of it and everything, and they had all their ancient relics in that as well. So they had the sunstone. They would have had the. I don't know if they see the sarcophaguses and the. Were they found and unearthed at Govan? Was the sunstone unearthed in Govan? Just like the hogbacks were. Because I think maybe they were unearthed in Govan. I think the hogbacks were unearthed in Govan, but I think the sunstone might have been unearthed in Govan. I don't actually know, but I thought that it might have been taken from Dumbarton, which is the place, the Dumbarton Rock, Dumbarton Castle, on top of the ancient volcano. It was taken from there, and the things that were kept there, like all the most important relics and things would have been kept up there. But anyway, after the Vikings plundered that place and took over it, guess where the Alt clan went? They went to Govan and formed Govan. And there's a huge history about that as well. And they went the Alt clan. You want to type it in? The Alt Clut. They were called the Sons of the Rock, and they lived in the Barton Rock. You get the Kingdom of Strathclyde. That's kind of really formal. There's some interesting images as well. There's the first images of Govan when Constantine and you know, some other people like the founders of Glasgow. The founders of Glasgow, right? There's a guy called Kentigern. Yeah, I don't know if it's Saint Mungo. His other name is Saint Mungo, but he was a founder of Glasgow. And this other guy called Constantine as well, which is apparently who the guy is on the horse there. That's what the consensus is, that this guy is Constantine, which is an ancient king. So he would have been the king of Scotland, this guy. And he was very highly regarded. And see this sarcophagus, I guess. And if you see there, it says Constantine K, founder of Govan. And so, see that guy there? They came from the rock. That's where their stronghold was. They came from the rock, right? So, when the Vikings took the rock, they had to move down to another place, and they settled somewhere, and they called it Govan. But I'm just trying to let you know that all the keepsakes and relics and everything else they had would have moved down there as well. And I don't know. Well, the Govan Church, Govan Parish was actually one of the earliest churches that was formed there at the time. Anyway, so this guy, there's a theory that he's King Arthur. The the 6th century carving of a horseman on the side of Govan's sarcophagus is no knight in shining armour. It rather depicts a high-status Celtic Romano warrior in the likely mould of the historic 6th Artemicadan. The A carved in the horse's flank must be a clue to the owner of the majestic coffin. Anyway, go and look at that, right? It's clanauthor.org. But big shout out to Clan Author for putting these things together, right? Because I was looking up something else. I was looking up something else about the Arthurian Lake, and I've come across their website. It's Clan Author's website, and I've looked over here, and I've looked over these places, and I've seen that there's a theory that the Govan Sunstone is depicting the Whirlpool, and that's what they talked about that on the Clan Author's website. So I think there's a valuable piece of information that and then I seen that after, and I was like, wow, do you know what? They actually might be right, because and then what I've done was, because I'm from Govan, this is really like really grabbed a hold of my I feel as if it's my duty to kind of put my 2 cents in this, because I'm from Govan. I was born in Govan. I love my local history and my heritage, and I love my ancestors, and I would never leave them behind. And I'm interested in my history. It's unfortunate a lot of people let a lot of history go. Like, it's in the past. No, we need to know where we've been. We need to know who we are, so we need to know where we were. And I've seen that, and I've made my own post about it, and I've looked on YouTube, and I found an image, a video of the Whirlpool on, and I put it together in a post with an image overlaid with the pattern that you can see in there. So that's my take on the theory, and I think it's actually correct. And so I think I really believe that given the information there, that the Govan Sunstone is really depicting this Whirlpool, and that it's been confirmed. It's been confirmed. All you need to do is look at it. It's confirmed, really. I think it has been confirmed, even though nobody's it looks like nobody's interested on Twitter. Which is, I think we need to look at our history and not leave it behind. I really do think as if social media is at it and they're shadow banning people. Do you think the powers that think they are don't want us to remember our true history? Think about that, right? Do you think they want you dumb and stupid so they can control you? Well, don't do any research then. Just forget about it. Just stick your fingers up to your ancestors then. Okay, how long's that been on? An hour. But I won't. I'm not doing that. Let's see this thing here. Crytek, man, wow! These have done really well so far with the documentation. I've just noticed the CryEngine's got documentation. They've only just put it up about the CryEngine. So big up Crytek, but I don't know where they've gone. Where have they gone? They're making weird games. Can you leave that shit alone and make Crysis 4? Right? And by the way, if I've got time to show you this, because I'm going to end the video, I think. If I've got time to show you the intro for Crysis 3, if you... Wait a wee minute. Hold on. Oh, man. Where's my fucking... Oh, it is there. I can't find nothing, man. Hold that open. Right, so while I'm speaking, right, I've been trying to play Crysis 3, I'm going to put the intro on. It's going to take 5 minutes for it to start, but no, it's not. There's already a Crytek application running. Oh well, hold on then. I'll put on the intro for Crysis 3 on in a second, right? If we can go and look at the, just for 2 seconds, where is it? No, it's not in there. Where have I moved this thing to? Where have I moved it? Oh, it's down here somewhere. Hold on. How is it under there? Oh! Oh, there it is. I seen something there. There it is, there it is. Oh my god, I can't. The terrain. It's colliding with the terrain. Oh my god. Terrain snapping. I can't go through though. Are you fucking serious now? Alright. Just quit it. Okay, so I hope I've given you something to think about. No, you don't have to walk around life with an empty mind, empty head. We should always be thinking about things, you know? we should always be like paying attention and all that and just thinking about the world, you know? Do you know what I mean? Wow, he's just walking around in clouds of toxic gas. How can you even think straight anyway, man? It's all that fabric conditioner on your clothes, man. You're poisoning yourself. Stop washing your dishes with washing up liquid, because it's contaminating your plates and it's going into your food. Stop spraying poisons all over your bodies, man. So you're walking about in clouds of gas. You're not even interested in anything that's going on around you in the world today. Basically, leave this on until the intro starts, right? Hold on. We're going to end this video. And I've not... The fuck is that? I've not made a video in a while. It's been about 6 or 7 months. Still not seen my son for nearly 9 years. God bless that wee boy, man. He's not seen his father for 9 years because of his mother has stolen from his father. I hope she's really proud of herself, and you know she's gonna have, the world is gonna have to reap what you're sowing. Do you know that? You're gonna have to reap what you sow. Do you know this? That poor wee boy. It's been 9 or 10 years and he's not seen his father. But I mean, I'm here. I'm growing, man. I'm growing here. You know what I mean? I'm not letting this shit get in my way. I'm really happy in my life, and I'm just getting on with my life. You know, I've joined the church. I've joined the Church of Jesus Christ, and I'm just really happy in my life at the minute. Like the whole divergent path that I went on, which is away from my son, has given me the opportunity to put on the armour of God for this tribulation, because I went on they took me on a separate path. Oh, here it is, right?
23 years ago, the alien Seth invaded our world. We stopped them. I stopped them.
Why is it all like that?
But the Cell Corporation seized the opportunity.
Why is it all like that?
Stepping into the power vacuum, quickly growing in size and influence to the brink of world domination. Cell took us all by surprise. Even me. They call me Prophet. And I'm the only one who knows what's coming. Cell are not the real threat to our world. The most powerful alien, the only showed me a glimpse of the future.
Why is there the black dots all over the screen?
He knows what drives me, what I believe. That being a good soldier comes down to one thing, to one single question. What are you prepared to sacrifice? Remember me. When they came to me with the nanosuit, I sacrificed Lawrence Barnes, the man I was, to become prophet. When my own flesh and blood
Does that sound like someone?
I sacrificed that too.
Maybe not.
Replaced it like a
We all know and
spare
love,
part.
right?
Victory costs. Every time
Yeah, he loves you.
pay a little more. I saw a glimpse of what's coming. And there was nothing left of me to stop it.
Wow.
When the greatest combat machine fails, what do we do then? What do I do?
Wow. Wow. What? I know why the screen's got loads of black dots on it, man. What's that? Wow. See that? That's kind of interesting one, isn't it? Quit. Quit. Wow, no. Close, man, close. I'm trying to load up a mission, but it's crashing. So, yeah, so that was Crysis 3. That's the intro from Crysis 3. It's quite cool. We thought I'd put it on. There's one last thing, right? If anybody's interested, there's no, actually, I'll leave that for now. I'll just stand it here. Dun, 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 dun. It's been a while. What else can I say? What do you want me to say, man? What? I'll see you in the next video. Yeah. We stayed strong. Keep the heat. We kept it together. Protect your mind. Protect your mind. Number one, protect your mind. See you next time.